Hello, everybody. Dude, I'm a few minutes late because, oh, I'm not doing the Command 65 today. No, it's the mode. Are we doing a mode today? Are we not doing that today? Isn't that the mode build? I was sitting here thinking I was going crazy because my right ear, I'm just like, why can't I hear anything out of my right ear? Like my AirPod. Like they've been charging all night, whatever. The right ear, I don't know if it's broken now, I have to check. The right ear is so nice.
Hello there, Mr.
Like it
Alex.
had no battery charge to it. So I just spent like 6 minutes scratching my head thinking, what the hell happened? But I hope it's not dead. That happened with me yesterday. Did you just have to let that charge again? It says it's like full no battery, which is
Hello,
weird.
Mr. Sir.
Put it back and it was fine. Well, I'm gonna see if it charges. Oh, it's charging now. What the hell? Why did only one ear charge? That's so weird. KB, thank you so much for 6 months in advance. Unknown, thank you so much for the tier 1. Toast, thank you so much for the tier
Sir,
1 as
hello,
well.
Alex, Mr.
Hello to you too. This is really weird hearing it out of just my left ear. This is very strange. I'm so sorry if I seem a little bit frantic today. It's because maybe it was misaligned. Sorry, Design. Thank you so much for the tier 1. I appreciate it. And thank you, Cavi. Thanks, man. I appreciate it, dude. Sometimes there's dust. Weird. I literally just charged all this stuff, or just cleaned it all. That's so weird. Start off with Sunday photos? No, we're not going to start off with it, but we will stream. I mean, I got them when they first came out. Actually, Micah, thank you so much for the tier 1, by the way. Thank you guys all so much for the subs. That's very kind. Sorry we couldn't stream on Friday. The board didn't come in, so... Yo, can you pause the stream? I'm on the toilet. My bad, bro. That's on me. I was going to say something, but now I forgot. Damn. Yeah. So I hope everyone's having a good weekend. I hope everyone's just having a good one. I knocked my camera a little bit, so it might seem like it's a little bit low. But, yeah, I hope everyone's having a good one. I wanted to go out and take some photos today because I knew it was going to snow, but I didn't know it would snow this much. So there's a lot of snow outside. Well, we will be doing a Command 65 regardless, just so you guys know. I just don't know what day we're going to do it. Should I buy the classic TKL or the Command 65? The Command is really fun. If you want the ability to be really annoying with the whole, loud beeper and stuff like that, go with the Command. It's a really fun looking board. The classic, I do think, is a bit more timeless. So, it is what it is. You should build a keyboard in the snow to spice it up. That sounds, Do you celebrate 40s Day? My favorite 40s board is actually this guy right over here. This is my all-time favorite. I have yet to find a 40s board that I like as much as this guy. I'm not sold on the keycaps I put on this, but I think this is one of the, more simple choices for this.
Hello, Alex. I got my Santoyu this last Friday. I'm loving it a lot. Ooh. I also got the Dragon Toe. Have you heard of it? If not, Dragon D's nuts.
Oh my god. Victoria, I was about to believe you. I was literally about to believe you. What board is that? That was called the Alex 40. And also thank you again, Victoria. I appreciate the 6 months of you being here. I was going through Alex withdrawals, watching old Alex YouTube videos to get my fix. Yeah, so, bit of a weird situation, right? Well, I guess I'll play some catch up. Friday night, the board was a no-show. In fact, I don't even know where that client board is. I don't even think they sent it out. But we had booked a day. Perhaps they forgot. I sent them a message, no response, so I guess we'll see. Then Saturday, I wanted to stream another board, which was a fun little prototype, but I got told to hold on because they're not sure about pricing. And I think with all this tariff stuff, which by the way, I gotta say something, it's hella confusing now. I gotta say that. I was doing okay with following everything, but it just seems like one thing goes through and then another thing gets appealed and they retract something else. And oh my God, just stay in a lane and pick it, all right? It's real annoying. So we're waiting for answers for that too. And then I basically just edited the video yesterday for the intro S100, which I think it was good. I think we edited the video, turned out good, and then I took some photos of the intro. I didn't take anything crazy. I'm still in this weird process of cleaning up my area. So I haven't had the space to do so. There's a lot of prototypes I need to return, but I'm still waiting to get addresses and stuff, so. I'm about to buy the Remarkable 2 Pro. Talk me out of it. That's the tablet thing? I think you guys told me about that, right, Sean? So nice.
Wanting to take a nap, but I still don't have my body pillow to cuddle tight. Been dreaming of it for 2 years now. Love you and this community, Alex. Can't wait for Lego Stream Part 2.
Dude, Lego mentioned it on like Friday. He's like, why don't we do a Lego Part 2? And I'm like, I didn't think about that. But yeah. Would you do client builds with the Venom 60HE? Absolutely. Just a heads up on that. Avoid shipping client boards to the US with UPS. All outgoing package material getting stuck in limbo. Yes. I already had that happen with some packages. Dude, speaking of which, bullshit, by the way. UPS, I shipped out a bunch of packages via UPS. They're all stuck in limbo. And I shipped them even before all this stuff happened. It's weird because if you follow the routes, they got shipped into Washington. Well, not all of them, but most of them did. And then they sat in the United States for a little bit and then came back to Canada. And now they're stuck in Canada. And I'm told that, because I got off like a live chat with them yesterday, was it? I got told basically to suck it up until they're ready to ship it out. So, I don't know what's going on, but basically they're just, they scan it every morning in the same, dude, I don't even know. Honestly, this is, like I said, this whole situation with shipping is beyond me. And at this point here, like, I don't know what's good to ship with anymore. It's getting ridiculous. It is so stupid. So at this point here, like, I don't even know, man. The last update I have on my board that's in Canada, but I don't know where in Canada. I don't know. I have to check that for A2 resident. You need to add paperwork to get it through customs, even if de minimis is reinstated. All my stuff has like all the electronic paperwork done. That's what's confusing about it. And usually if they need paperwork, they contact you for anything else. Usually I've only seen the paperwork needed for Canada into the United States. Or sorry, US into Canada. So, it's been frustrating though, man. I have plates from Tom sitting in Caledon. It gets scanned. Yep. Yeah. Oh, literally the same thing, Lanes. I have no idea what's going on with that. I think they're waiting or something too. I have no idea. Should I avoid using UPS from US to Canada? I have no idea. Honestly, I would just use FedEx at this point, which is shitty to say because I also hate using FedEx or USPS. Dude, I don't think UPS is up to anything nefarious, if that's what you guys are asking. I just think there's a lot of confusion happening right now, and basically no one knows what's going on, which is annoying. You could use DHL, it's just expensive, so. But yeah, I don't think anyone's doing anything bad. You know, it's just confusing for everyone.
Your daily dose of American today, because of the Super Bowl. Fly, yeah, today, Eagles right? Fly. On the road to victory. Fight, Eagles fight. Score a touchdown 1, 2, 3. Hit them low. Hit them high. And watch our Eagles fly. Fly, Eagles fly. On the road to victory.
I'm not really a football guy. Sorry, guys. So I don't know which team the Eagles is. But yeah, other than that, I played a little bit of Zelda yesterday. Played a little bit of this guy. If you guys can see it even. And then that's really it. Just a lot of work. A lot of stuff yesterday. I really want to play a little bit more. You know, I was considering, although I don't really want to spend $80 on a game right now, but I was considering picking up that Pokemon Scarlet or Violet or whatever it is. Just
Happy
to play it
Sunday,
for
Alex. Hope you're feeling better.
Dude, thank you, Jan. I appreciate it, man. In America's defense, this is the first time most of us are dealing with customs and shipping taxes and whatnot. Yeah, like, I'm not worried about it. I know that the shipments will eventually find their way to the people. It's just, you know, like 2 or 3 people from the giveaway got hit with customs, like duties in America. It wasn't a whole hell of a lot, but it was like just annoying to see anyways. Considering it was like 3 days where the de minimis, whatever it's called, was like not active or whatever, I don't know. Pokemon Emerald for the GBA is $250. What makes pause for a second, because I actually have Pokemon Emerald. What makes Pokemon Emerald so expensive? Why is it $250? Let's switch topics here for a second. What makes it $250? Nostalgia? Is that literally it? Is it just like a limited supply? Is that what it is? Best game ever made? It's the most valuable? It'd be nice if they give companies any warnings. That would be nice too. I agree with that, Lance. Oh, I didn't know. What if isn't the chill guy Alex? Dude, I gotta add that emote into this, bro. That was so funny. Conan, thank you guys for the subs, man. I appreciate it.
Conan gifted a tier 1 sub to Ru_MC. They have given 2 gift subs in the channel.
On another note, though, I believe the Manta is still going on, so we're hopefully going to get that in soonish. I got to follow up with Mr. Bowl, but, you know, hopefully we got some other fun stuff. And then hopefully in about 2 weeks, I have something else to show you guys, too. Hopefully, in about 2 weeks. These are really cute. These are going on the board today. Oh, is it a cable? Didn't even know Osame was making cables. Less copies equals scarcity, high demand with low supply equals price. No, I understand how that works. I was just wondering why that particular game is so expensive. Lumikebs. Haven't heard of... Is this someone who does hand lubing? Or is this a vendor? So we are doing a little Mode 65 today. Do you play Balatro? Dude, I was hardcore addicted for like a week straight. Like that was the only game I was playing when I was playing games. Are they a vendor? Where are they based out of? Let's do like this. All right, I actually don't know what color we have today, but I'm assuming something like an E-white or a cream coating or something. Maybe the crema. Okay, so we got all our accessories here. Not that I need the accessories right this instant. The capybara is... Oh boy. Here, I'll tell you guys when. I think it's next week, is it not? Pretty positive. How are you guys doing though? Is everyone doing okay? The weekend's all right? Hopefully no one had a stressful day. It's February 18th, so yeah, not next week, like the week coming up, but the week after. Hopefully no one's having a stressful day. I feel like today though, after I'm done stream, I'm gonna go clean, and then I really want to sit my ass down, and I really want to do some organizing, like proper get rid of some stuff. And then what I'm probably going to end up doing, I know we said we'd probably have to wait a little bit to do giveaways.
Alex, do you have a Capiatu hidden under that smexy moustache? Had one in my cart briefly and then it was sold out.
Yeah, Bull said it was like
it only
literally
lasted 3 minutes on Bull's site.
Oh, this is nice. This is a nice color scheme. But yeah, I really want to do something where I set up maybe some other small giveaways. So we'll figure something out. Oh, okay. Dude, this is nice. I have not seen this color combo yet in person, but the walnut accent on this does look really good with the cream here. That is really pretty. Although, is this... Oh, I need to put the weight in. I was going to say, it kind of feels a little bit light. Damn. Yeah, the walnut's really pretty on this. Actually, kind of matches this almost perfectly. This is a little bit warmer. This is a bit more of like a green tinge to it, but dude, this is nice. Cream is a killer color on the 65. Yeah, this is beautiful. Cool. All right, so then we're going to be building it up with Oil Kings, and I think we're using foam and whatnot because they did send it in, and I think the idea is to get something a bit deeper for this board. So let me just triple check my build submission here. Yeah, so I think we're using a bit more foam. Boney, you know what else is always good every time I see it? You, buddy. I hope you're having a great day today, Boney. Hopefully life's treating you absolutely fairly because you deserve it, my friend. God, my glasses are dirty. I don't want people to get upset, you know? I don't want no one to get mad at me this time. All right, and we're doing I believe this is the palm or PP plate, one of the two, I can't remember. And then we have our PCB. The weight, I believe, I'll have to check. It's sitting underneath all that and wrapped in plastic, but some family came over and had a lot of fun showing off. Oh, and you had a lot of fun showing off your boards? Do you feel like they're ever just being nice for the sake of being nice? I feel like whenever I show anyone my collection of keyboards, with the exception of like 2 friends who are also into it as well, like nobody gives a shit. Do you have any spare aluminum plates from the new Mode 65 on hand? Probably. So nice. I think I do. What? You need one? Thoughtfather, thank you so much for a year of being here, dude. Thank you, man. I'm getting LASIK done? Can I ask you a question, Mamba? It's a 2-part question. Are you nervous? Because, like, I think I qualify to get LASIK. I think I'm, like, at the very borderline of, like, where I can get it done. But, like, I don't know, man. Like, I can't seem to pull the trigger on even wanting to get a consultation. Like, the idea of it freaks me out. Like, the whole premise of just getting that done makes me feel, like, weird. Like, and I like glasses and all that, but sometimes it is annoying having glasses on, for sure. But, yeah, it freaks me out. I wonder, too, if I don't wear glasses, I think maybe the darker circles on my eyes will go away, just because I feel like there's a lot of pressure that happens on my nose, but a little bit. I'll tell myself these guys are the best, and they also takes, like, 20 seconds per eye. Is it actually 20 seconds per eye? Damn, that's crazy. I don't know, man. It's... And then, okay, for the consultation, when you went in, because that's something I haven't done, but I'm pretty positive I last time I went to the eye doctors, they said I could go. How does the consultation work? Do you just go in and then they just, like, scan your eyes or some shit? Why can't I get this thing open? Jesus. It's free too. Okay, so the consultation's free. Okay, I'm just gonna cut this open. I hate this. I hate these bags. If you had LASIK, you may be entitled to compensation commercials. Oh my god. Actually, you know what I forgot to ask the client here? I don't know if they're available to let me know. Do they want me to remove the standoffs? If we're building foamy, I don't think we do need to remove them, but I don't know if they're in chat right now. Failure rate's actually fairly low. I've heard that too. I've heard that it's pretty darn low. Let's see if they're available to chit chat for a second. Are they in chat? I don't think they are. You know what? If we're doing foam, let's just leave them on because they're basically impossible to get back on afterwards. And then I guess for the space bar, did they put that in the layout? Let's see. I'm assuming we're doing 7U, but I'm also not sure if this works for 7U. How many layouts are there for this? There is, realistically, there's 2 options that we have, which is one you don't have to disassemble, but one is a 7U versus a 6.25U. I would assume we're doing 7U because you're not really losing or gaining anything from using either or, and 7U typically looks better. But I'm actually not too sure if the OSMA kits come with a 7U spacebar. I think they've recently changed it, where they have both now, but I think at one point it was only 6.25. They do? I'll check. Not that I don't believe you guys, but just in case. Your average Joe, thank you, man.
Hey man, hope 2025 is treating you well so far.
Dude, it's going. Looks like we had 2 space bars there. It's going so far. Can't complain. Can't complain. back in. And let's start assembling our stabilizers. Cool. Very exciting. Osima has the cutest keycap sets. They do. They have some cute stuff. They really, really do. Oh, let me get my little these things. But yeah, it's going so far. Have no major complaints. The only thing I really wish we had some more sunlight here in Toronto. I think I'm getting a little burnt out on not having sun. Do you have any recommendations for carrying cases so I can take my keys to GMK headquarters? Huh. I think Divinity sells some pretty decent hardshell cases that you can just pick up. But a lot of people to consolidate to make it easier. I don't know how much you're willing to spend, KB. But some people will actually consolidate and buy one of those like big Pelican cases and then get the custom foam inserts. But if you just want something simple, what I always do if I have to bring the keyboards around, mind you, I've never brought one on like a plane, for example, is I just put them in a hardshell case. I only ever bring 2 or 3. And then I put those in like a backpack and then just call it a day. If it's in a hardshell case with foam, like the risk of that getting damaged at all is like slim to none in my opinion. I think the bigger risk, and where I've heard people get their boards damaged, is not so much the hardshell cases, it's when customs or someone else goes through them to make sure at the border or whatever, when you're flying, like the TSA or whatever. That is probably the more risky part. I've had a friend tell me that they opened it up and they were kind of rough with it and ended up scratching some of their boards. And he was pretty upset. So I would also maybe just pack it in something that's a little easier to open and unassuming. Like a hard shell case, like the really big Pelican ones, kind of looks a little bit intimidating, Recommendations for an Alice? What kind of Alice are you looking for right now? There's a limit to size, which makes it I can't put marble key. Oh. There's a limit to the size, which makes it so I can't put that marble keyboard in there. Fuck, I don't... You could... 404 mil. Okay, my only other suggestion is to find a really big hardshell case with the foam inserts, and then just get an X-Acto knife or some sort of, packing knife, and then cut the foam to shape. That would be the only other suggestion I can really think of. I've done that when I've shipped out boards to people, like prize-winning boards, where I don't have a hardshell case, but back when I was giving away all like 300 of my hardshell cases that I was just sitting around here, I packed them in random hardshell cases, and a lot of the times I would just cut the foam. So you could try that. But yeah, that makes it a bit more difficult. You know what? I totally forgot it was the bit more of an odd size board. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's only You could try it. I don't know if that'll 100% work very well though. Use a pen to outline the board on the foam, then use a hot wire to cut the foam. Yeah, Lane's has it on lock there too. Could just try that. Do I have a Manta prototype? No, they're still being made. Sentient, thank you so much for the 3 freaking years of being here, man. How you doing, bro? Life treating you okay? Better be treating you okay. The only QK101 case? I mean, you could also just try to find yourself a full-size case. Like, there are other hardshell cases. They don't even have to be for keyboards. You can just find one in that dimension and cut the foam to shape. Which also I have done. You know what, should I take the screws out of these housings now? You know what, yeah, let's just do that. It's the one, like, small gripe I have with the mode packaging is I don't like how the screws are already screwed into place in the housings. It's like an extra action I need to take to disassemble these things. Screwdriver. Harbor Freight has a nice hardshell Pelican style case. Well, there you guys go. There's a solution, perhaps. TKL case should fit that board, no? I'm honestly not sure. 440 is like full-sized. I looked at a TKL myself, and they were too small. Oh. Well, I'm all out of ideas for you guys then. Like I said, maybe a Pelican case where you cut the foam, you know. I had to get a camera case for my HMKB75 because the forehead and chin are so thick. Oh, a camera case is an excellent suggestion. I mean, you could just do it like a traveling bag too. A camera bag actually is what I typically bring to meetups, like local meetups. I just bring camera bags. I just think it's way easier. They're all padded. They're meant for camera gear, which in my humble opinion are 10 times more delicate than keyboards. Have you ever built stacked acrylic? Yeah. I mean, okay, stacked acrylic is something I don't really do much anymore. But stacked acrylic sounds... Dude, I was about to tell you guys the most, like, dumb thing ever. I was about to say stacked acrylic sounds like stacked acrylic. It has a unique sound signature that I would say... I don't know how to describe this. It's not plasticky per se, but you'll know a stacked acrylic board when you hear it. Like, they all kind of have a very similar sound profile, at least in my humble opinion. But yeah, they're fun to build. I don't mind them. Raise. Hello, Mr. Alec, or Mr. Otos. First time changing mouse switch, and it was an awesome experience. Hello. Dude, Raise, that's awesome. What did you end up switching to? Which switch in particular? I'm going to be doing it to this one here, and then I'm probably... some of the shipping for that other mouse was too crazy, so I don't think I'm going to do it. So I'm probably just going to end up doing this one here. What's up, Gallo? How you doing, man? Say hi, it's sleeping time. Gallo, I hope the board comes to you soon. The photo on Insta... I need to send you the photos with the signature like you asked. But the photo on Instagram, everyone loves your board, man. Everyone thinks your board is like the coolest thing. I hope you know that. Hold on, where's my...
Did you know that stacked acrylic sounds like... Guess what? Stacked acrylic.
That's fucked up, man. That's fucked up, Boney. How dare you? You inspired me to start streaming. I'm going to start doing it 3 times a week. Are you doing gaming or are you going to do keyboards? Gaming is an interesting beast to stream. I have friends who do gaming, some more than others, and I would say it's its own kind of beast. So, if you're gonna do gaming streams, I don't know. I would say you have to really just be certain on how much time you want to commit to those games before feeling burnt out. Has anyone submit a derivative build? I think maybe one person, maybe. But I think the majority of asks I've gotten about derivatives is if I can just do PCBs, not do the board themselves. So like off-stream stuff, but not a whole hell of a lot, I'd say. Any advice for aspiring keyboard/typing content creators? I need to do a 2-part to this. Like, truly. 2 parts. Very simple. Number 1. You're not gonna... Okay. Let me restart. Hold on. If you aren't being yourself and being honest, and that includes being honest to the audience, that includes not trying to hide things, regardless of what it is. It could be keyboard related, it could be like whatever. Treat the audience with respect in terms of if you're dishonest, they will find out. The audience is smarter than you. That is 100% the first thing I want to bring up. A secondary point to that is treat everyone with respect. Even people who are being jackasses to you, like I've obviously gotten upset on stream. You guys in the past have probably heard me yell at 2 or 3 people in stream because they were being assholes. Even those moments, I look back and I reflect, and I don't like those moments. So one moment I can tell you about is when that one person came in and started just going off the handle about QK boards and just, I don't know, like it was at a time where none of us really liked QK boards anyways. or I think Owl Labs boards, because I think we're all getting over the foamy trend. But this person here was just being extra annoying. And yes, it sets a good point that yes, you can raise your voice, you can get upset, you can, draw your line in the sand, but it is a pointless reaction. Like, it will actually end up just hurting you more in the long run because you've now shown that your blood can boil. My response to you on the secondary point is treat everyone like they're your friend, even the people that are being rude to you. Kill it with kindness. Second point, when it comes to keyboard content creation and just, I guess makers and crafting streams, budget and plan your stuff appropriately. And that could mean plan things months out in advance. Whether it's just you want to do like a modification stream, whether it's you want to do some sort of just like rebuild of your own board, if you aren't planning ahead in makers and crafting, doing this stuff, you will fall behind because you are not going to, like, if you end up saying, well, I have nothing to do next week, consistency is key when it comes to streaming. You can take breaks if you tell people, like, hey, I need to take 2 weeks off here and then we'll resume normal. That's totally fine. But if you're just kind of like willy-nilly winging it, you're not going to get very far, especially doing keyboards. And, maybe Frank can offer some insight on this too, because Frank streams as well. You have to be careful with what you're streaming too, because things get expensive. With keyboards, being able to do a keyboard every single day is either commissions, like what we do here, even outside of the realm of prototypes, but imagine doing 2 keyboards a week that are your own. That's almost, let's be real, it's like $1,000 a week on just streaming your own keyboards, assuming they're $200-$300 boards plus shipping plus all this other stuff. So you have to budget appropriately there too. That's why I think you should kind of plan everything you need to do like 2 weeks out, 3 weeks out, 4 weeks out. But yeah, anyways, that's my advice. If you need more like in-depth other details, I can try to offer you them, but I'd have to know what you need to know.
I want to do mostly gaming and chatting streams when I work on my hobbies. And I have 2 keyboard build streams as of right now. And
There
one
you
of
go.
my pew builds in the next month.
Yeah, Boney, just plan it out. Schedule yourself. It's really important. You don't want to burn yourself out on just trying to think of what to do for the next week. Spend like a day or two and just do every month and do like a whole month worth of scheduling. Why not combine gaming and keyboards into a single stream? Like start a round of Marvel Rivals Counter-Strike League with an unbuilt board, and you have to build the boards so you can use it for the game until then you were stuck with your mouse. That sounds stressful, Gurn. That is stressful sounding. I don't know if I do that, dude. But yeah, that's my advice. There are other nuances and everything too, like like maybe another piece of advice is don't put all your eggs in one basket type thing when it comes to streaming. Treat it like a hobby. Treat it for like it's fun. I think the realistic notion of making streaming a job is very, very, very slim. It doesn't even work for me. So, just keep that in mind as well. Like, for a long time, I was working that job. And I would still be working that job if I hadn't got laid off. I'm trying to get your eggs in my bag. What the fuck, Abel? You're a mod here. You should do a stream where you just walk around Toronto capturing the tomfoolery that happens. I feel like I'd get banned in like literally an hour. My goal is to sort of become the Ludwig of keyboards, be like a YouTube format streamer in that sense. Go for it, man. When you become big and famous, don't forget me, okay? Because I think I've peaked. I think this is all I can handle. My goal is, oh, sorry, already read that one there. Keyboard game show? That'd be fun. I still need to figure out the TFT tournament thing. I still really want to do that. I'm still aiming for March. I set aside like a week at the end of March, and hopefully we can get that sorted. I still need to figure out. I'm gonna sit down probably like I told you, I'm taking a few days off in February, just a few days, where I'm gonna sit down one of those days and figure out the whole format of how this TFT tournament is gonna work. Take your keyboards to Dundas Square, bro. I don't even like bringing the keyboards out to meetups. I feel like everything's too delicate. Just 3.8k to 100k YouTube video subs? Who, me? I stopped looking a while ago. The sub milestone stuff is really fun and all that, but I think with Instagram, because there's just so many bots on Instagram, I think the milestones have become a little bit,
You should do a stream where you just walk around Toronto capturing the tomfoolery that happens at underwear stores. Tier list for reference.
Bro, what tomfoolery do you think's happening at the underwear stores, okay? I used KLGM GM 8.0, love the weight. Oh, interesting. I have some extra Omron ones that I need to install. I don't remember the exact model numbers because they're from a while ago. But I have not heard of those ones there. I was doing a little bit of research yesterday to see if there's anyone else I want it. Shitting in the underwear? What the frick? What the heck, guys? Alright, so these are lubed. Let's put the cat back on. What are you guys gonna get up to today? I really want to make like a pizza or something for dinner, but like homemade. I don't know. See what I'm gonna get up to for the rest of the day here. Really not sure. I made tiramisu last night. Yourself? I've never even attempted that. How was your pulled pork? It's Super Bowl today, so I think I'll probably watch it. That's true too. I got 15 pounds of pork shoulder for $20 the other day on sale. That is insanely good. Did you end up... Dude, it was so good, man. So good. But I found out that I really want to try watching the other one, what's it called? Band of Brothers. But not a lot of streaming services offer it. Only Crave, which means I would have to subscribe to Crave. Which I don't really want to spend $15 on. So I'm going to wait on that one there. See if maybe it pops up on anything else in the meantime, but... Soldered a key last month and it worked fine. Now suddenly whenever I press a key at the bottom row, it activates the other ones. Scythe, what board is it? It could be bottoming out. It could just be something like that. It also could be Arc 60. It could be bottoming out then. Try taking it out of the case, put it on like your desk pad, and then try to type on it and see if it does the same thing. If that still makes it trigger everything, can you send a photo of the keyboard, like the row that does that, or just the whole back of the PCB to us in keyboard help? And then we can maybe take a look and see. Maybe there's something else that's like, I've seen these issues where some solder kind of splatters in the wrong area and it takes a while for it to kind of like activate type thing. And if it is working with the case out, like when you take it out of the case, then you most likely have a bottoming out issue. And the way to fix that, a really easy way, would just be getting a piece of paper and just laying it down on the bottom of the keyboard so it doesn't do that anymore. Only if it works outside of the case, like doesn't trigger extra stuff. Over time, sometimes that happens with keyboards where the bottom row ends up, or not the bottom row, but just a row where the keyboard kind of sags inwards a little bit, or gaskets tend to, get a little softer over time type thing. Solder splatter can be a bro moment. Yeah, I've seen that happen a few times. Scratch my head sometimes. I'm like, oh, did it just splatter over here? And now it's like bridging these weird two connections. Alex, would you happen to be familiar with Polaroid cameras? Is there any that we'd recommend? So Polaroids, no. I have used the Instax stuff, and I have an Instax camera. But I don't think I'd ever buy another Instax camera ever again. Instax, the Fuji ones, are literally, they break so easily. So I wouldn't bother with those. The Polaroids themselves, I mean, I haven't used one in a long, long time, so I'm not too sure. But I have, I ended up splurging, which, you know what, in hindsight, it wasn't that much. But I ended up buying the Leica Instax version, whatever it's called. I can't remember the name of it now. And I like it because I don't actually need to use it for taking the photo. I can just take a photo on my camera and then send it to that device and then print it out like the little Instax. So kind of doubles as, like the same brand as the Fuji one, but I don't like Fuji's build quality around theirs. So try the KLGM 8.0s. Did you just get it off Amazon, Race? The Sofort 2, yeah, that's the one I have. I don't know how much they cost now, but the Sofort was nice. Just cooked some chicken curry, coconut curry with rice. Ooh, meal prep for 5 meals. God damn. Started going to the gym and trying to lose some weight, brother. I'm rooting for you, man. All right, Miwe, I'm 100% rooting for you. What are you doing as your routine? I did that last year for myself, and it was a big journey, very big journey. But proud of myself for sticking with. From Shopee. Oh, I don't think we have access to Shopee here. What kind of camera do you recommend for streaming? Just use a webcam. Boney, you don't need to spend any money right now. Keep it a buck with you, man. You really don't need a proper camera to do some game streams. Only get the camera if you really like the streaming. Other than that, you're going to be wasting your money, in my humble opinion. I always say take a breath when it comes to starting streaming. That's why I got the Square Glass. Which one's that one there? I don't even know what brand that one there usually is. Huh. 600 CAD. Downtown Camera has them in stock. I was looking at those two you mentioned. Is it 600 CAD now? Ain't no way, dude. Hold on. Sofort 2. Okay, I did not spend this much. I actually want to see how much I spent on the Sofort 2. I still have it in my bills over here. I got it for $425. So I don't know if this was a sale because the invoice kind of sucks for this, but I think it was a sale I got it for. $560 plus tax. Yeah, that's, like I said, it is nice. It's been pretty nice, but what's this one here? Oh, interesting. This is cool looking. And uses the Instax too. I used to wait Kale Huano silence on my mouse, and I would still like to try them, honestly. Oh, silent? Wait, there's silent ones for the mice too? That's cool. Didn't know that. That is pretty neat. Isn't the Fuji Instax 1/10 of that? So, Dream, let me tell you a little story here. I have gone through, and I have also fixed a few of those Fuji Instax cameras. The Fuji Instax, regardless of the price point, I get a little frustrated with because they, okay, I don't know if they fixed it, and to my knowledge, they haven't fixed it. But they have basically these really bad chips that go on one of their boards, or their I guess the motherboard inside, and that particular motherboard tends to die really quickly. So the chip dies, and then you have to buy a new replacement chip, or you kind of have to like jump it basically to make it sound a little bit different there, or not sound, feel. Not, what am I even talking about? You kind of have to jump it to make it work a little different. But it's, I don't remember the exact chip name because I did have to repair one. But yeah, they tend to die really quickly. And Fuji is well aware that these things, I know, for real, Festus, Fuji is well aware basically that these are not very good chips, but they continue to, obviously let people buy them, which is irritating. So, is what it is. Okay, so the goal right now for the client is a Thoki linear build, and this is supposed to be a gift for someone. I'm going to go with using the foam. I think typically when people think Thoki, they're thinking PE film. Do you guys agree? Plus, you know what? I don't think I've heard the Mode 65 with the PE film yet, so now I'm kind of curious. Hi, Annette. How you doing? Yeah, I think we use the PE, and I think that'll be really fun for this particular board. Plus, it's hot swap, so if we end up hating it, very easy to change. No plate foam though? I also think no plate foam, but I'm also considering going with the plate foam on this. Like I'm thinking, okay, maybe we just go all out and just do the foamiest of foamy builds. And maybe we just skip on the bottom foam. PE to me is more poppy, but a lot of people call it thocky. Yeah, and this really illustrates the problem with automatopoeia words when it comes to descriptors for keywords. It becomes a little bit tough to decipher what people actually mean, which is, it's a common issue, I'd say. But yeah. I always thought of PE film with no other foams as marbly sounding. Been digging the aluminum plate plus clacky long poles in PE film. See, this is the confusing part. We all have a different descriptor for what we think is what. I would still say that PE film on its own is definitely more thocky. Actually, I'm going to use a different bit here. Creamy irritates me. I just can't get over that one guy when I told people I fell. They said, "Did your head sock or was it creamy?" I'll take a look after this, Mewy. How many Mode 65s have you built already? I don't know. I would say probably like 5 to 7, maybe a little bit more. Did it thock when you fell from heaven? Oh gosh. Moist sound signature. Gotta get those over the lubed switches. That's disgusting. Gross, gross, gross. Most popular derivative config. I'm trying to decide on a plate and mount. My favorite? Oh shit, I don't know what's the most popular, but I can tell you my favorite was polypropylene plate. And then the relief top mount, was it? In terms of switches, cherry, milky yellows. Actually, I gotta tell you guys something. Can I vent to you guys for like a hot second? I'm gonna vent. I was just browsing the internet and people were talking about the top switches, in one of a forum. It was a bit older, like a few months ago. Top switches from the last year, and someone had mentioned that one of the shops reported as milky yellows being the top sold switch. And then there was like 5 people who just ganged up on me, even though I wasn't even participating in that conversation, saying that I shill milky yellows. Bro, I can't like a switch without being called a shill for it. It's crazy, guy. Like, it's crazy, man. I just like milky yellows, goddammit. Like, why can't I just like them? Shilling is good, IMO. The shill. Welcome to the internet. I know, for real. I just kind of sat there and I just sighed. I'm just like, all right. PP top relief it is. Do you remember if you used the gaskets or O-ring? I think I tried using a double mount on my own, but I ended up just opting to do relief cut. You must also me a shill for good vibes. I hope I'm a shill for good vibes. I don't know. I'm just like, I like milky yellows because they're cheap. That's the reason why I like them. It's because they're not very expensive. I don't want to have to spend like 80 cents a switch anymore. I think it's just nicer to have like a good switch. I don't know, man, whatever. It's just laughing. I was like, oh man, I can't win these things. Shilling for objectively good things isn't bad. You guys think it's objectively good? I appreciate you guys. Okay, let's do foam, and then if we hate it, we can take it apart, because it shouldn't take us that long to build this today. I do think this will be really fun, though. I think this is going to be a very, like, deep sounding board, and I'm kind of here for it. Which way does this go? Are full milky yellows generally considered...
Not only does he shill milky yellows, but he also shills mode, as he builds a mode 65 on screen today.
Yeah. Clearly. But yeah, Crispy, I would say they're a little different. Like, they definitely ring a little bit deeper than cherry switches. But, you know what oddly is still the most popular switch in the market, from what I understand? Oil Kings. Oil Kings are apparently one of the top selling switches still. I would have never guessed. And apparently Oil Kings are, there's different versions of them, which is why I thought, I'm like, wow, these sound a little different last time we used them.
I think thok and clack are the two opposite ends of the spectrum of sound descriptors. The other words are just subsets of how thucky or clacky something is.
I agree with that.
Particularly on the thucky side, marbly and creamy describe sounds that I would personally consider thucky.
I agree with that, Lanes. I do agree. The chat is super delayed today? It is? Oh, maybe Twitch is having problems. I had actually issues loading up my OBS today, which was a little weird, but not delayed for me. Please describe your board's sound by resonant frequencies. Yeah, if you guys don't describe it in hertz, then we can't talk. Gotta say, the stock on the Oil Kings are so hit and miss. Like, this time it actually seems pretty good, but last time I used them, it was awful. And this was recent. When I was new to the hobby, the resources I was looking at was raving Oil Kings, and I think people who are starting to get into the hobby probably find the same amount of recommendations I did for Oil Kings. I mean, that's really interesting. It's interesting to me because when Oil Kings came out, as someone who was, like, I've always just really been into modding switches, I always found that stock Oil Kings felt a little bit, like, off. So it was interesting to see the craze with Oil Kings, you know what I mean? Very interesting. The one thing I dislike about foam, sometimes it's a little, wrong way. I would say full milky yellows, depending on how you lube them, can be a little bit more toned down, yes. Potentially a little bit more toned down. Also, hi Bree, how you doing? Long time? Hope things are going well. It's delayed in what it shows on stream by a lot. Really? There's a big delay between stream and chat today? I didn't change anything, so I think that might be a Twitch thing. No delay? Okay, you guys are all gaslighting me now. There's no delay? This guy here, do you normally put foam when building Mode 65s? I mean, typically no. But this client had asked for a thockier build, like a deeper sounding build, and it's a gift. And as someone who usually has I have a pretty good idea of when people are getting into keyboards and what people like. So when people mean thockier or deeper or whatever you want to call it, they usually mean a little bit more foamy. Plus, you know what? I really don't mind this sound signature at all. It's kind of fun. Deepier. Yeah, my bad. Installed the Type Plus stabs as my first stabs yesterday. Followed your guides, but didn't quite get it perfect, but so much better than before. Hell yeah, dude. Disres. It's easy to tune those up a little bit with the syringe, too. It'd be cool if you wrote an article about the sound signature in the sound.
This message won't stop popping up, lol.
What happened, Alaska? The subscribe message? Yeah, there's a bunch of articles I want to write. Like I said, when I take those few days off after I'm done with the mode meetup, I'm going to be really brainstorming a lot of stuff. Oh, the share your streak message. Yeah, if you... Sometimes it doesn't stop. It just pops up every time you open the page. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff I want to do. I want to make more resources again. That's kind of... Why is this switch being weird? Put this one to the side. I'm taking days off to work? No. Okay, so here's what's actually happening. Just so you guys can get an idea of what I'm going to be doing. The week in which I go to... The few days in which I go to Novel Keys, I will only be streaming a few days leading up to that. Well, all leading up to that. And then I'll be streaming... the next time probably would be the beginning of March. So there's probably going to be about 7 days in which I am not going to be streaming, except for one time, which is going to be on February 26th.
You know the best
I'm
way
only
to
be streaming one
avoid
time.
sharing your streaks? Tier list for reference.
In between that, I will be doing some work because I still have to work. But I'm mostly just going to be revamping a lot of things. And then I'm trying to take some time to myself. That's really it. I think it's due time that I actually, if I want to go walk outside for the day, I can just not have to worry about getting a keyboard done or anything like that. But it's about due time that I take a few days off. So yeah, that's basically what's going to be happening. Let me see. Yeah, and then we have a bunch of streams planned for March, and then I'm still, if you guys want, I still have to do some scheduling for March that I have to add in. But if you guys want, I'm still going to be offering free photos, like guaranteed photos, if you guys send in your builds for March streams. So I still have a few slots left for that. So if you guys want, we can set that up. But I thought that would be fun too. To ride dirt bikes? I don't know how to ride a dirt bike. I've never tried. So you're quitting the hobby, Kappa? No. I like keyboards too much to quit. Way too much. You can ride it in the side by my side. Hey, yo. Do you have like one of those little compartments that I can sit on? Those little side things. Hydrate? I only have some coffee. Is that okay? Are you getting a review for the motif set? I don't think I am. I think that is just a set that went live, and that's all. My Neo is stuck in China, dude. The shipping situations right now are crazy. The shipping situation is crazy right now. Don't feel bad. Everyone's going through it. I have certain things that are also stuck. That's it. It was supposed to be teased, but randomly went live. Oh, motif? I actually don't know. I don't know the plan with that one there. I didn't really, I guess, keep up with that particular set. I'm still waiting on NTD caps. Are they stuck in shipping too, Brie? It's sad. Yeah. It must be, like, listen, I get it's super frustrating for us as customers as well. But, like, I'm also thinking, my goodness, it must be incredibly frustrating for companies who have literally, like, losing business because of all this stuff. And then every day it feels like there's a new thing they got to adhere to for shipping. And then the shipping companies are all scrambling to figure out things too. So it must be a disaster on all fronts. And I'm surprised that people are even shipping things. So, it has been annoying across the board, I'd say. I feel really bad for QWERTY and other companies. Yeah, and I was even saying this to someone else too, man. Like, there's a lot of people getting affected right now. And there's a lot of even designers and small brands who are just like, even outside the keyboard hobby, who are just getting completely like dumped on because of all this stuff. And, as much as people want to say, like, oh, shop locally and stuff like that, well, there are some places that literally cannot do that. You still have to import things, and just on a global scale, it doesn't really, it kind of hurts more than anything. So, it's a mess and he doesn't care. Yeah. So long time coming. Why is anyone acting surprised? You know what I'm more surprised of Way Too Lucky? It's not so much that it's happening, but all the back and forth. Like the yes and no's and stupid shit and all this other stuff. I think that's what's taking me more by surprise. Is I figured things were going to be bad, but like I didn't think things would be bad, then good, then bad, then good, then bad, then good, then bad, then good. The rest is still stuck? Oh no, Brie. But yeah, what I think is probably going to happen is they'll probably realize that none of this shit is actually helping anybody. And I think things will eventually get reversed and normalized, hopefully. Hopefully is the only answer I can give you guys, unfortunately, because I have no idea. I have no idea. All right, let's move this over. They reinstated de minimis for China stuff? Yes. I heard about that. I was just shaking my head the entire time. The flip-flop is really hard. It keeps us all engaged in all the garbage. Yeah. I mean, that's what it all is, too. It's all just to keep us engaged with shit, right? So, it is what it is, though. Beautiful. A little wooden accent here. Man, the person getting this board as a gift is super lucky. All I gotta say. Very, very lucky. Screwdriver bit. Is there no bits or anything that came with this anymore? Right here. Let's use these ones. I really hope my fiance commissioned this for me. That's funny, man. Actually, not gonna lie, building Lego with my son is peak dad time. I can imagine, right? Like you guys are building something. That's cute too. I vibe with that, man. Oh, Magnet just stole my bit. Should I keep my wife or buy another keyboard? Man, I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna give you the cold hard answer of probably keep your wife. I don't think it's worth getting into an argument over a keyboard. Come on, I'm gonna give you that. It could be worth it. Oh my gosh. Listen, I would not do that if I were you guys. Seems like a broad generalization. I mean, it is, but I think getting into an argument over stuff. Okay, if you guys want to get into nuances about the conversation, do I want to have a wife keyboard? It is. Well, never mind. I don't even want to get into nuances anymore. No more nuances. Ah, this is a little scuffed up a little bit. I don't know if this was used in the past or something, but it's okay. I think it's fine. Because this is the internal anyways. Alright, let's just screw it in. Nuance, please. Well, okay, if it's... Oh, you want to get into nuances?
Just get your wife into keyboards,
Yeah,
then you have the best
do
of
that.
both worlds.
You could try to include your significant other in your hobby. But, I mean, also, if it's like you're going behind your significant other's back to buy something and you know you guys can't afford it, then that's bad and you should talk about it. If maybe you already know that your partner has a certain feel about these type of things, then maybe you don't do it. Maybe you sit down and try to discuss. Cursed! Dude, we're in Cursed build soon, too. It's like in 2 days or something like that, right, Cursed, I think it's Tuesday we're doing it. What's up, Cursed? Alex with the truth bombs? It's just not... It's just an item, you know? I'm so excited. My keyboard now is chalked. Which one do you have right now again, Cursed? It's double typing? You have like an Asus or something? What'd you have? I don't remember which one we... If I did your last
Also,
one,
your partner should support hobbies as long as it's not unhealthy.
Yeah, I somewhat agree with that. Obviously, there are certain hobbies in which, well, okay, you know what? That kind of just leads to unhealthiness. But the Asus Azoth, or whatever my fiance bought me, that was the really, really fancy one from Asus, right? If memory serves. Now I can't remember either. My original Key 65 I got from you, but I took it apart and cleaned it, and now it's a collector's item. Oh, dude, the Key 65. I remember that. What a fun board. My Keychron V6 with cream tactiles is also double typing some letters. I wish I had a good answer for you guys on why they do that, but sometimes it's just the PCBs just like they start screwing up. Start being a little funky. Taco Bell and coffee, bathroom visit incoming. You know, was it you guys I was talking to with Taco Bell? You know, I was looking into it and there's not really one close to me. So even if I wanted to try one, like try Taco Bell for the first time when it feels like ages, I wouldn't be able to just because there's none near me. Taco Bells are rare. Is there any Taco Bells downtown keep signs? Like at all? I don't think there is, right? Like, unless I'm going crazy. There's a YouTube channel called More Perfect Union, which I first discovered when they covered fast fashion. They recently did a similar video on furniture and covered how furniture manufactured moved from North Carolina to China in the 90s. And when they talked about the impact on the recent tariffs, they didn't expect to change. Manufacturing would just switch to countries with cheap labor and no tariffs like Vietnam and Thailand. I mean, that's a whole other discussion. And yes, it'll just keep moving to other places. So I gave a love interest to Keyword as a gift once. She didn't quite get it. Can I give you guys a piece of advice? If you guys have a love interest, because it is Valentine's Day soon, and you guys want to do something keyboard related, my mini piece of advice is get them the project, get them the board that you can build with them. Not just buying them a built board. Like, try to show them the fun part of the hobby, which is the building aspect, and let them build it, together. Apparently there's a Taco Bell on Danforth and Pape. Is there? You mean watching Mr. Toes build? Instructions unclear, got another Lego keyboard? I mean, dude, that's also an insanely good choice too. I feel like those are better holiday gifts rather than like a Valentine's Day thing, but okay, I'm not going to put the bottom foam on quite yet, but what I am going to do is we're going to clean up some of this, and then we're going to put the gaskets in. Put beloved on it. Can I take you out to a keyboard build date? Bro, Resident, where are we going? Dude, a keyboard build workshop or something like that would be super interesting, wouldn't it? Don't take my idea. I want to do it first. If you guys want to take it, just go for it. But imagine going to like a build
so
date
what board
studio.
are you going to be building
like
together with Nixie on
like that, where they
Valentine's
get the
Day?
clay and they do.
Oh wait, never mind. She didn't make the list.
Oh my god, Gurnal, that thing. Jeez. Will you be my Valentine's Day dates? Squill, there's nothing wrong with that. We can be it. Let's do it. Ain't nothing to be ashamed about. The fun part of the hobby is building the keyboard. I thought the fun part was buying things. It's a mixed bag. Sometimes it is the fun part is buying things, But I think that actually can become unhealthy very quickly. Retail therapy? Yeah, been there, done that. That can get super unhealthy extremely, extremely quickly.
Me and my wife have talked about opening a cat cafe and having rescue cats there that can be adopted.
I don't know how cat cafes operate. I think that is very cool, but I've heard that it's kind of tough to do. keyboards. What is this? The top one here. But it seems like it's neat in theory. Keyboard build workshop with classic TKL since the cheap board could do 110 USD entries, make a couple of bucks on the side. Well, think about it, right? If a lot of people like doing those things as like couples, right? They like going out and they like, you know, the clay, the painting workshops. I mean, even friends do it, right? I'm surprised there isn't someone who started doing like a keyboard build workshop and has gotten, you know, some cheaper boards or just stuff that's more affordable as like a fun little build date or a fun spot in the city, you know. That's so much work. I don't actually think it's a lot of work. I really don't think it's a lot of work. I think it's oh shit, I need to do the other side first. I actually believe it's less work than you think. Hear me out. I'm gonna give you guys the logistics because I don't quite frankly care, but hear me out. You're really just gonna be sourcing a mass manufactured board. And that could be working with like NK, Canon keys, anyone. You get the boards. Switches in bulk, they actually don't cost a hell of a lot. I bought 2,000 Milky Yellows, which is enough for a lot of... Oh, the Cat Cafe. Oh, my bad, Mosaic. Then never mind. You guys don't need to hear me rant about this. Yeah, the Cat Cafe sounds like a lot of work. That seems intimidating. That I am... Go on? Oh, okay. So basically, you could basically buy all the parts for something like this and then just, you know, have people build things. And then you can offer other things on the side too. Tiny does workshops for companies like team building. I've led team building workshops for keyboards. It's a little harder to do over video. I'm sure it'd be way easier in person, but I'll be honest with you, Alex, the appeal is way too small because 99% of people wouldn't consider spending more than $5 on a keyboard. I will challenge your thinking on that. I've seen those workshops for like building your clay pots and learning something where people can just go out and learn something. They can run you like, I've seen some, $150 for the night. And if you can get prices low enough with keyboards, I'm sure people would spend $150 to $200 for the night.
Keyboards workshop would be sick. I'd fly out to do it with you.
Thank you. It's an experience. Keyboards are too nerdy. No, it's still an experience. Hear me out. I think... I don't know, man. I think people would actually do something. Build-A-Bear also costs like $40 to $50 and people do it all the time. Yeah. And like, you know how many boards I've done for couples where someone's messaged me and been like, hey, I have a board for like significant other XYZ and they want these things. Can you get it done? And they'll pay $500-$600. So it's too niche right now. Really? I don't know, guys. I don't think it's too niche. I really think it could be something interesting. Piece of mental health advice: if someone has been diagnosed or suspected OCD or similar impulse control conditions, please get your treatment sorted while you're in the hobby. It's very easy to get into trouble for someone who's over-affected by retail therapy. I mean, I've been there, done that. So, you know what?
Hear me out. Have a few demo boards outside the workshop and people try it. You'll get some sign-ups that way for sure.
Yeah, and they don't have to be big classes either. It doesn't need to be like 700 people in one room. You know, it could be a few people in a singular room learning to do a keyboard, and it can just be like a fun little workshop type thing. I don't know, man. I'm just talking out loud, okay? Trying to give you guys some business ideas, all right? But it ain't working, I guess. Host at a library? I forced my SO into liking mech boards? How'd that work? What was the conversation like? I think the key is to figure out a good structure to make sure it can be done in a couple of hours. Well, yeah, and that's where I think maybe even like, hear me out. I've seen this again with these type of classes. You offer advanced classes or like, you know, more simplistic classes where it's
And think about it. If you do it for youth centers, etc., a lot of kids' parents will sign
I don't know
up
about
for
youth
it.
centers.
It makes sense for engineering clubs, for schools,
for
and other stuff. Perchance.
But I think a lot of people. I don't know. I just think people would be interested. Whatever. I'm just gonna give up talking now. I feel like I'm talking to myself at this point. I just kept putting them in front of her until she started appreciating the details. Yeah. $100 is easy to drop and get your kids out of your hair for a couple of hours. Y'all haven't run a business and it shows. What the heck? Talking to me? But I don't know. I think it'd be really fun. The right gaskets sing differently. No, it's just compressed. Oh, you know what? Actually, hold on a second. It compressed a little bit. You are correct. Let's see if I can get that sorted out so it's not as compressed. Oh, that's why it fell out a little bit. Good call out, good call out. Good eyes, good eyes. There we go, perfect. Are we getting Gamba today? I don't think we can Gamba on the Oseme sets.
If you're going to be doing a keyboard workshop, can I be Demi Moore, and you be my Patrick Swayze? We remake
Sure.
that scene from Ghost, you'll have your arms around me, helping me lube switches pantless.
Huh? How did we get here? How did we get here? Alex said sure and it's in 4K. I love Alex's loud silence. Thanks, Annette. I don't remember Patrick Swayze being pantless in that scene. My guy watched a different version from the rest of us, I think. I'm like 90% positive. Ooh, this is looking nice. Can we put these gaskets back? I want to put them. Oh wait, did I already put them in this one here? Bro, watch the raw version. I think my guy torrented the wrong one. All right, he said. I think this one here is fan made. It was the wrong version. Alex needs to start filing harassment charges for real? Honest to God, dude. I might take a nap. Today's a good napping day. I almost tried to look. I was like, let me look outside, but I have a blind covering this small little window over here, and it's to black out any natural light that comes in here because I'm allergic to natural light apparently.
Just to prove y'all wrong, I'm taking Alex's idea and I will do a keyboard workshop. At least
Do it.
one.
All right. Perfect. So, keycap time. Again, I don't think we're going to be doing any sort of unbox. Like, there's no need to do any sort of Gamba for this guy, but the Pangea Mini prototype makes me anxious. I already want that key. It's so nice. The Pangea Mini is so good, dude. And it's red. And normally I don't even go for red boards, but you know what? So this is Dalgona. I think I also have this set somewhere. It's a beautiful looking set. Osme keycap set, huh? Yeah, this is, apparently according to the client, this is a gift for someone. The thing about these keycap sets, I'm terrible, is opening the plastics. Oh my God, please. I wouldn't type on that board. Yeah, Ad would never type on this. He saw it at the meetup and he said, no thank you. He said, nah, I'll pass. What's up, Crummy? Greetings, Alex in chat. Sorry for the late arrival. Just joined and heard about the workshop. In Austin, we have painting with a twist, where you can bring in wine and paint steps, or paint step by steps in a class scenario with 20 others. Yeah, see? Lubing with a twist? Oh man, that sounds a little sussy. I don't know about that one. I didn't disable TTS. I think it's, there's certain words it just does not like. Oh, this is a perfect match for this, man. You know, I didn't even think that this would go so well with the case itself. This looks great. The set of keycaps with the board will look so pretty. Yeah. It's actually so nice. I did not think this would be what it is.
He'll show you lubbing with a twist. Happy Valentine's Day, Alex. Wink wink.
Okay, how do we start pressing charges, guys? How do we start doing that? Yeah, this is cute. This is definitely really cute. I don't think I need any more from here, so let's put this to the side. Pressing against me? Okay, you know what, guys? You guys are being weird. Your TTS shadow banned me?
Your TTS shadow banned me, Sag.
I don't know why I did that, Crummy. Oh! Because I'm thinking about Crummy right now, but... I posted some photos of my setup on Twitter. Like, actual from a distance, not, Oh my god, please. Not just close-ups. I think I'm going to be painting my wall a light green. I think I've settled on it. Or I want to do a... what's it called? Kind of like a very, very light tan or beige. I want to give this wall some color, just because I feel like the room right now, like, this is a little bit of a light blue, but I mean, like, I'm never really looking at this, and I feel like it blends in with the white so much that you can't even tell. But I think, yeah, almost like a peach, maybe, something like that. Maybe a very, very, like, subtle light brown. But it's just going to be the wall in front of me, and that's it. No, here's my thought process with those wooden panels. I actually think those are trendy. And I have a feeling that those panels, those wood slats, I have a feeling those are going to be out of style soon. In all honesty. So, with the whiteboard? Okay, you know what, buddy? Yeah, but I do feel like those will be a little out of style soon enough that I don't think I want to invest in those wooden slats. I think we talked about this even like a few days ago. Zukio, how you doing? Hello, hello. What are the prices for this board? The Mode 65? I really don't remember off the top of my head. But it's actually not crazy expensive depending on what you get. The wood slats are tacky, not gonna lie. Like, listen, the wood slats, if I were to do wood slats on the wall or something, it's cool. Don't get me wrong. Like, right now, looking at them at a distance, it's neat, it's cool. Yeah, it would look kind of neat in the room, but I have a feeling in a year I would get sick of those. I know a lot of people who did them, and even some of the people now, like, who have them in their setups and stuff like that, they just tell me they're sick of them. So, I don't know, like, to me, I would just want a flat color, or if I'm going to do anything, I do that painting style where you kind of add some texture with the paint. That's really about it. But I don't know, I wouldn't go with wood slats. I've never seen the slats. It's definitely a commitment. Yeah, it's a huge, huge commitment. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I'd go with it. You should paint the wall a hot pink. How about red? The wood slats are for reducing room echo more than looks usually. Yeah. I guess some people do use it for sound absorption for sure. A bright orange would be super fun. Orange is the best. Everyone knows it. Everyone should be well aware. I don't think I'm gonna go with wallpaper. I actually took one of the photos of my that I took, and I was just playing around with the wall colors in Photoshop, and I do think a light green might be the way that I want to go for that. We'll see though. How would you use wood and in the room be more timeless? So I guess you guys have kind of seen the room. What I want to do is paint this wall. This wall basically now has shelving pretty much across it, and then past that, it's mainly a shipping area for client stuff and prototype units. So that I'm not even too concerned about, but it does look cool already.
Much love from EU.
Thank you, 350. I appreciate it, man, for a year of being here, brother. And then I think the other thing I would probably do is I just need to figure out shelving more so maybe on this wall, and I need to sort out like the lighting situation, because right now I just have a bunch of like boom arms and stuff just leaning against the wall over here. But I don't know. It doesn't look the best.
Alex, paint the wall a lighter color and get some colored sound panels to accent it. I think it would look really nice.
See, the thing is, I don't want to go with sound panels. Thank you for the bits, by the way, Boney. I think sound panels, IMO, hear me out. Maybe this is a hot take. I think they look extremely tacky. Like, I don't think sound panels in any setup I've ever seen look good. Like, I'm not trying to diss anyone if you guys have sound panels, okay? Please. Please remember that. I've had them too. But I am not a fan. I think they look tacky. Your setup is perfect. Thank you, Zukio. Appreciate it. Yeah, maybe just the artwork will change. I don't know. Maybe something less colorful. I do want to bring down, I think I have this little high, the little thumb board thing, or whatever you want to call it, the pegboard. I need to bring it down a little bit. It's kind of high for me right now. I also have to get up every time I want to grab something. I didn't think that through, because I installed it while the desk was in standing position. Are you into sports? Nah, not really. I'm not really a sports guy. Got the Bubblegum QK80 MK2 coming in shortly. Any keycap recs? Ooh, wrong keycap here. Bubblegum pink. Fuck. What's good for bubblegum pink right now? Wait, I'm missing the J, am I not? Oh, I did miss the J. Yeah, you could just go something simple. I don't know what's available at the moment. Yeah, I'm not too sure. Cosmos isn't out, is it? Modern mats could go well with that. I think you'd want to let the board do the talking. If you have a colorful board, maybe just go with a very simple keycap set, you know? Maybe something a bit more simplistic. Can I answer with what I want? As long as you're not being rude and weird, then you do you. But don't be rude or weird. I can imagine Alex walking into a... Oh, dude. You know, long time ago, I had someone say that I should use one of those chambers for sound tests.
Less than 3.
Thank you, Giova. I appreciate it. Thank you for 52 months. Someone said I should use one of those rooms for sound tests. And then I really thought about it. Because, I was like, why would I ever do that? And a few people were like, yeah, if you really want to be critical with the Switch, who's working in one of those chambers, man? Who's living in a soundproof chamber for a keyboard sound test? Not only are they expensive, but realistically, what are you doing? I don't get it. Don't judge my kink. My bad. You know what? That's on me. That is on me. The QK Duo Alice yet? I saw that. Kind of interesting. Alice boards are fun. I can't wait to build my Type K, man. I'm so pumped to build it. I'm waiting though. I have to wait because I have to wait for something special to come in for it. What mic do I use? Sennheiser MKH416. I think that's the model number. I work at a company that does corporate AV, so we have soundproof chambers. I could do my test and sound test there. I think people don't realize that want that though. It's that's gonna sound very different than what you'd have in a normal room. You know what I mean? What am I planning on using? I can't tell you, Victoria. I'm sorry. It's against the law right now. I can't tell you. Did the person who won the mystery giveaway? No, It's currently every board that I've shipped out, because all the giveaway
My
units are
old
done.
bedroom at my parents' house was almost completely soundproof. Honestly, the most relaxing thing I've ever experienced for a long period of time. It was so soundproof that there was a car right outside my house and I didn't hear it.
That is crazy, because I've never been in a room like that. But, what was I going to say? Fuck. The giveaway boards have all been shipped. However, everything that I shipped in the last week of shipping out the giveaway boards, with the exception of 2 people. So there was 4 that went out, and oh no, there was 5. 5 that went out the last week, and 3 of them are stuck in that weird customs loop that we were talking about at the beginning of stream. But the other 2 made it. But for whatever reason, people in the United States had to pay duties on it. But now that's gone, which sucks for those 2 people who won the giveaway boards. But yeah, all 26 giveaway boards have been shipped out. It was a lot of giveaway boards. Do I need this? I do need this. Do I? Yes. But yeah, they're stuck in a loop right now with, there's 26 keyboards. 26. I think I'm done with this now. I'll have some more giveaway boards. I think I found some other, well, not found, I knew of what I have, but I have some other stuff that we'll probably give away soon too. Zan, yours is like one of the first ones I shipped out, I'm pretty positive. I'm surprised you don't have yours still. Is it still stuck in like a shipment loop or something? Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, man, like this time around, because of all the weird stuff that's been happening in the world, shipping has been kind of a pain in the ass. It's been kind of stressful, if I'm being real. Oh, this is cute. Alright, alright. Sounds like a lot of money shipping. It was a lot of money shipping this time around. I think the total for the amount shipping was well over like $1,200. Well over. US dollars. And I'm actually pretty positive it was even closer to 2,000 Canadian. So a lot of winners were overseas, and then a lot of the winners were also, I don't know. It was just a lot of money to ship out everything, on top of the cost of some of the parts that went into the boards and stuff like that. Please open. Oh my goodness. Zukio, thank you so much for the tier 1. I appreciate you. How's your day going? Do you holy mod your stabs? Absolutely not. I think the holy mod is fine and dandy for people who want to do a little something extra. But I actually feel like those particular mods, they're a little bit, how can I word this? They're kind of known, at least in my book, for, Alex is being nice. We haven't done that nonsense for 2 years. Yeah, they're not the best. They kind of have this tendency to be a little bit, they fall apart, is what I'm trying to say. The little holy mod part literally falls apart in the keyboard, and they become a disaster, so yeah, they do not last. The Band-Aid eventually, or even sometimes the pieces of tape that you use, will end up just like shredding into bits. Do I use the cable? I don't think we need to use the cable today, but I'll probably take it for photos or something. And it... Fuck off, man. Skill issue, thank you, Insty. With how stabs are nowadays, holy mod seems unnecessary. Yeah. How is your day besides snow? Pretty good so far. Honestly, I kind of slept in today, guys. I'm not gonna lie. I was so
Please
tired.
accept my bits pre-tariff increase to soften the blow for shipping costs to those lucky few that were bestowed a relic keyboard from the great Alexotos collection.
Oh gosh. Thank you, Crummy. Appreciate you, man. Yeah, I would say pretty good though. The day's been going. I think I've decided what I want to do with my day though. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna sit down and wrong button. I'm gonna sit down today, and all I want to do is make a second cup of coffee. I'm gonna go through some. Oh, actually, I do have to do some video editing. And edit a video quick, and then all I want to do is finish up my Legend of Zelda game. That's it. That's all I want to do today. That's all I want to. I want to sit down and I want to play this until I'm tired and I fall asleep again. I wasn't even gonna work yesterday, but I ended up just doing work all day. Can you please come to Florida and bring some snow with you? You guys want some? There's a lot of snow here. You guys want some? Did you guys get a lot of snow in your area? Dude, we got killed here. My espresso machine broke this morning? I hope it's not an expensive machine. Yo, I've heard some of those machines cost a shit ton to repair. Honestly, one of the other reasons I don't want to get an espresso machine. Not that I'm not into espresso. I love espresso, but I don't want to upkeep the machine. I already do pour over as it is, and I think that's already kind of a hassle to just buy filters and all this jazz. And I know it's not actually a hassle, but actually my grinder, I have a decent grinder, and I feel like that even to clean that is kind of a pain in the butt. I promise it's not that much work. You have to descale it and stuff. Is it Hasselblad? For which one, sorry? Victoria? North York got hammered? Dude, I think my area had gotten 20 centimeters of snow. I don't know what that is in inches. I'm sorry, guys. Descale every 6 months. Okay, that's not bad. I heard that you have to do it very often. I heard it was very often. All right, I wonder... Oh, the feet. Let's not forget the feet on this guy. I wonder how this is going to sound, by the way. What's a centimeter? Oh, God. Pour over is enough, dude. Cleaning my OD2 grinder is enough work. Yeah, the grinder itself, every, few months, I take the beans out, and then I have to take basically the whole thing apart, and then clean all the burrs and stuff like that, which I think is a pain in the butt just for coffee. Not gonna lie, man. I don't know. Hold on one second. Let me put this in. This is causing me some stress. A friend of mine has what's it called? An espresso machine, and I have not had an espresso in a long, long time. And you know what? It was pretty good. It wasn't the best in the world, but it's pretty good coffee. But also those things can get really expensive for the espresso pods, because there's different levels of pods and stuff I was looking into. Holy crap, those things are expensive. Espresso is drinkable. It's okay. It was alright. I didn't mind it. I drink it every day and not complain. Alright, so this is... Actually, this looks really good. What do you guys think? Little Osamesa on this. Very cute. So again, the client sent this in as a gift for a loved one. Very, very nice. I think the wooden accent's very nice on this. I think the walnut looks really good on this board. Look at that. That's a nice profile, right? Great gift? I think so, right? Cute and classy? I'm a coffee snob, and it's hard to beat McDonald's coffee when I'm feeling lazy. Hey, you know what, man? No stress on that. Drop test? What's wrong with you, Emmett? How do I get to the point where a loved one buys me a board built by Alex? I don't know the answer to that one. These are expensive. I always thought when someone gets you a keyboard gift, it's a nice gift. Coffee is really nice. It's a nice set, though. Speaking of coffee. Great color choices by the customer. Everything matches really nice. The case color looks really good with this. I'm hoping we meet the sound profile. I think perhaps, I think this doesn't sound like getting into more nuanced sound takes. I can already tell this doesn't have that marbly sound that I... You think it's more marbly? I actually think it's less marbly than I thought it was going to be, Lanes. I actually think it's Not quite there to the marbly side. Slightly marbly. I wonder if I add the bottom foam into this. I mean, it's a PBT spacebar, guys. They're going to sound like this. If we switch PBT to ABS, there's going to be a huge difference in sound profile. Let's see, just for the sake of experimenting. Let's see. Creamy needs more foam. I think we put the bottom foam, and then we see if we can make this a smidge deeper. Yeah, I would say it's kind of right in the middle. Let's see what the... This is what the ABS sounds like with. See how different that is? Just as an FYI.
G's for Crummy gifted a tier 1 sub to Gomina, sorry.
See how different that is? Thank you very much, Crummy. I appreciate you, man. That is crazy. This Smisky is cute. Sometimes my Smisky looks like it's taking a shit. Thank you for building this. Dude, what's up, man? Question for you. Actually, you know what? No, I think we're gonna. Zen, I think I'm gonna put the bottom foam in because I want to make this just a smidge deeper for your build. Just a smidge. Just a smidge deeper. I think it needs a different switch. For a PBT build, though, I don't think it's... Hear me out. Just from personal experience, I don't think it's gonna matter as much as you think. I think PBT wise, like, we're gonna have roughly the same sound no matter what we do here. One thing about the mode boards is sometimes the screws are in such weird spots. That sounds good. Yeah, I'm gonna put the bottom foam in, just see what it sounds like. See if we can get a bit more of a thocky sound profile, but also, what's up, Calamity? Dude, this board is great. Yeah, I think so too. This mode bit is like giving me grief right now. Well, to bring this spacebar in line with the rest of the board, we can try some different switches. If the client is okay with me trying different switches. But it has to be up to the client. I've done all foams with Oil Kings in my mode Envoy, and it's still not as deep as I would expect. It's the mode sound. Mode sound signature is definitely a little higher pitch due to the gaskets. Oh, I'm so sorry. This is freaking out right now. My spacebar sound, on the Vermillo. I mean, yeah, sometimes you can get pretty weird sounding spacebars on certain builds. Okay, so two things we'll do. I'm gonna try putting an Obscura as a spacebar for the PBT. Then also let's put the foam in. Let's do it. Good morning, Potato. How you doing? Is this right? Gotta figure out which way is which. Yeah, it's this way. Some dust. The keycap set is so pleasant. I know, right? Very, very pleasant indeed. No, that was the bottom foam. Sitting nice. We are indeed. Perfect, perfect. Definitely a little bit deeper, but we're going to try a different spacebar for the clients. Yeah, the Osame stuff is really popular. Honestly, it's crazy how much they've really taken off, huh? Honestly, it feels so nice to not want anything key related right now, just chilling and enjoying what I've got, waiting for group buys. That is a very healthy mindset, and I'm very happy for you. I'm very proud of you too. That is extremely, extremely healthy mindset to have. What are your thoughts on the VKO1 knob? I like it a lot. I've been using it. Right now the battery's dead on it. So this is the first time the battery has died since having it and fully charging it. It didn't feel like it lasted a whole hell of a lot though. I love the quality of your streams so much. Nobody can compare. Thank you, Squill. Appreciate that, man. God, I really wish Mode installed these on an angle. I feel like that would have been so sick. Okay. I love for them how much they've taken off, because I remember when Dalgona first came out, I heard more than a few people say they didn't like Osame because of how light the legends were. I think for Osame, a lot of people don't like the size of the legends, from what I understand, but I think they're kind of cute. Like, I don't mind them; they're different. We have GMK if we really want to go with this, or any of the PBT sets if we want bigger legends. Okay, I do want to try changing the spacebar up a little bit here. Let's actually give it a go with a long pull spacebar, something a bit deeper. I'm thinking maybe an Obscura switch. You know what I wish I had? I wish I had the Curry switches still on hand. All my spare switches. Do I have an Obscura? Oh, yeah, okay, I got a few. Little orange switch here. What long pull switch? I'm thinking the Obscura. We're gonna give it a go. I think the Obscura will be a perfect fit for this, but let's see. I mean, I don't think we're gonna avoid the glassiness. I do like the way this sounds a little bit more, though. Yeah, I do like this a little bit more now with the Obscura in it. We can try a milky yellow too. Let's try a milky yellow, see if that can be a better fit for this. Sounds great, contrasting sounds. I do think that I'm gonna just give the client a whole bunch of these switches and they can play around with it, but oh, that's very different. Actually, nah, once you get typing, it's actually seating well. It's not that different. I thought it'd be a little bit more different. Actually, you know what? Maybe the milky yellow does sound the nicest. Yeah, you know what? I do think this sounds the nicest now. Okay, here, you know what? You can just have these, what's this? Oh, this is your Oil King. Here, you can just have a whole bunch of these switches and you guys can pick, when you get it in, Zen, a bunch of the spares. Cool. I mean, it's a PBT spacebar. You guys saw what it sounds like with ABS. PBT, if you guys are, I guess, open-minded to PBT, it's gonna have a glassier sound signature. There's nothing you can really do unless you get like different brands with different thicknesses, but that's PBT. I can try the ABS just to show you guys again what the ABS sounds like, but don't forget, like, you can't get this particular set in ABS. So we're gonna have to be open-minded that, see how different this is? It's very different. Like, you hear the bassy tones with it. I do have a CRP set, Zen. Do you want me to try a CRP too? It is what it is. Not much you can do. That's just the way the cookie crumbles, as it were. Do I have a PBT set on hand that I can show you? Yeah, I have an XMI spacebar right here. Not a CRP one, but you can actually hear it's a smidge deeper. Oh, need to lube the side over here a little bit more, but and that might just be to whatever, you know, plastic this is made of versus whatever composite PBT this is made of. I know the XMI stuff is a smidge thicker. You can even tell just by looking at this that this is just a hair thicker than this. So it really just comes down to some variables. Well, that wasn't CRP, that was XMI, which some people would say interchangeable, but so now mod this a little bit here. CRP so nice. I mean, ultimately, this doesn't sound that bad. Maybe lubing it helped it a little bit too. Yeah, look. We need to tune things up a little bit too. We haven't finished doing that. Ooh. I mean, the enter is really nice on this too. It is a really cute build though. You got to admit, the enter does sound really, really good. It is an extremely cute build. And the matching cable that he got to go with this too. I don't know if we're going to do Sunday photos. I was looking before stream and there's not a crap ton of entries for Sunday photos, so I don't know if we'll do it. I think we do it next week when there's a lot. Like, I think 100% we have to do it when there's more. I mean, there's not a... I think it's going to be like 10 minutes worth of entries, not even. See you later. No worries. Take care, Boney. So, actually, a few things I wanted to... Oh, we're not doing that, Gern. A few things before we figure out what's going on here. I need to talk to you guys about this week's schedule, because this week's schedule is the week that everyone's been asking me for what's going on with keyboards. Let me just break it down. I'm going to post the schedule anyways, like later tonight. But here's what we got. Tomorrow will be the 65 CU. All right? So we're doing the Neo 65 CU tomorrow. I was going to make a really crappy, terrible joke, but I'm not going to. If you guys want that, show up for tomorrow. I was about to say that, Cheese. I was about to say that. I will hopefully see you guys tomorrow for that. See you soon. And that one there, I think, is going to be one of the more hyped up ones. Then we also have a Mode 65 happening on February 11th. February 12th is going to be the 60 CU, which is another one that everyone's been asking me for. Then we're doing a Salvation on the 13th. And then Sunday, we're doing the PT 750, which is another one that I think QWERTY Keys will actually be running as well, which is a Percent Studios board. And then we're doing a Compact Ergo on the 17th. And then on the 18th, we're doing a Cappy 60 from Bowl. So it is a pretty jam-packed schedule, I would personally say. So, are you going to be looking at the non-CU Neo 60? I don't know what they sent over. Was there a non-CU version? I didn't know they made that. Any Alice boards? I have an Alice I want to rebuild. I have my Bolst Alice I want to rebuild. Hold on, I'll show you guys. I'd like to rebuild this one. Oh, wrong camera. My polycarbonate one, but I need to figure out what I want to put in it. God damn, my little fluff stuff fell in here. I need to figure out what I want to put in it. This has those Zaku switches or whatever. I just don't like these switches at all. But this I want to rebuild, and then I also have my Type K, which I showed you guys the Type K, right? The Type K I cannot wait for. And I'll show you guys again if I haven't showed you guys. Let's move this over. I actually do want to take a few photos of that Osime keycap set. So this is a personal build. Chonker of a case. Yeah. The case is crazy. Ooh, I cannot wait. Done in a custom stone color. A little logo on the back over here. Yes, sir. Oh, you don't have to, Squill. Please. Yeah, I can't wait to do this one. This is going to be fun. I think I'm just going to go with modern materials on this. I think I've decided just to go with modern matte. But little Tented Alice situation going on, you know? It does look good. But I don't know what... well, I do know when I want to build this. But I have to wait for something to come in, or whatever you want to word it as, first. But we'll see. We shall see when this gets done. You know, what switches are you going to use? I can't say yet. I can't say. Can we do a stream where you show off your whole personal collection? We could. Gonna be a Tented Alex situation time that upward. Hey, yo! Huh? Excuse me? I gotta say though, one of my favorite boards that I have in my whole entire collection, mind you, I took the modifiers off, but I have this sitting on my shelf, is the board where we put your guy's name in it. I love this thing. It means so much to me. And it's a really nice board too, but it means so much. It's one of my favorite boards. Maybe a little sus. Alex asked a while ago. What happened? Oh, little less sus? Yeah, please. You're an artist? Wait, the cat one? Did I have a cat on that? Oh, someone requested me. Oh. Hey, yo. Yo, what did I draw, bro? I don't even understand. I thought I was pretty good at drawing, but apparently not. I think I was just copying someone's profile picture or something. Yo, my handwriting's terrible. Okay, don't judge me, please. Was it a cat? The cat is tweaking? I don't know, bro. You know what's funny is I'm actually pretty good at drawing. I just didn't do well there, I guess. Whatever, guys. All right. Well, I hope Zen is happy with this build. I am glad we did the PE foam on this. Too much solder fumes? I haven't soldered in it. Dude, honestly, I haven't soldered in a hot minute. Well, actually, no, I lied. I actually built this off stream. Here, let me show you guys what I built off stream the other day. Where is it now? Where did I stick it? I built this off stream. There's no keycaps on it. And then I gotta take off this piece of foam. A client sent in a Bina, which we did with baby kangaroos. Look how this Bina is beautiful. It's a gorgeous board, man. The Bina is so hot. Has the bikini plate. I don't know if you guys have seen this in a hot minute. Bikini plate, so it only has the plate on the top and the bottom. Why am I hiding all these goodies off stream? I didn't think you guys would be interested in no keycap build. I didn't think you guys would be interested in it. Honestly, I might be doing a lot more streaming than the schedule this week. A lot of keyboards I need to get done. No faith in us? Might be. It's a Bina. It's been a hot minute since I've seen... Oh, you know what, guys? On that note, there's a whole bunch of hidden Alex content. There's a lot of boards I do off stream. We'll do a Command 65. Honestly, I'm thinking probably during the day tomorrow I have a Command 65 Riley sent. We'll probably just take a look at it because I know some people have been asking about it since it came out now again, but... I'm interested in the man behind the camera. We could just chill and BS and I'll still show up. I don't really have much to BS about today. I feel like the only thing I've been kind of doing, like non-keyboard related these days is I showed you guys what I did to my camera. I got the leather replacement for it. Heard you're on a Destiny grind? I installed it, but I haven't booted it up. There's the Star Wars thing right now. I've been somewhat playing games, and then I think the main thing I've been doing is just community stuff. Like, I just been hanging out with people, and that's it. Oh my god, Squill, please. How do you stay on top of new keyboard drops? Discords. Dude, Discords and Instagram. That's the only thing I use these days. I don't use Geek Hack. I don't do a lot of the other news sites people recommend. I just do straight Discords and Instagram. I have people that I follow, people that kind of recommend. Like, a lot of it's word of mouth these days. Geek Hack just feels cluttered. I don't know. That's kind of what I do. Group by Nation. Armis, did you get the shipping noti, by the way? It might be a little... UPS has been screwing up shipments, so I don't know when it's going to be shipped out, but if not, DM me and I'll send you over the tracking code. Play CS? Counter-Strike? I'm really bad at shooters. The only shooter I was semi-good at recently is Apex. I feel like I'd have to really get back into the vibe of shooters. But even Apex feels interesting. Me and Angel tried playing some Apex. We played like 2 rounds, we got really frustrated, and then we got off. And me and Angel used to dominate. But now we suck. now we fucking suck, dude. Have you lost weight in the last couple of months? I have. I was 191 at the start of January. Honestly, just from eating like shit. I was just straight working and not focusing on anything else but just work and keyboards and just, I don't know, being creative, I guess. And then it's not so much that I did like weight training or anything. It was more like cardio and, well, slight cardio. Eating proper was the big one. That's something that I think a lot of people, you know, they sometimes they do the workout, but not, you know, one or the other, but not. And then just getting active again. Because you know what it was? When I was, I don't know, I got into this thing where I just stopped moving around. And I kind of, when I started forcing myself to just do like, guys, I like literally, it wasn't that much gym stuff I did. Like, I did go to the gym occasionally, but the big thing for me was like, on top of eating, just getting steps, like steps in, just like moving around again. I don't know. I think that might have been a, you know, side effect of living downtown for the first time, where everything's like a few steps away, so you don't actually have to go anywhere. But yeah, it was just really easy to gain a whole lot of weight real quick, so. I'm trying to lose 15 pounds from rotting in bed. Same though, Winsty. Yeah, I'm down to like 167 now, which was my, actually that's even further than my goal. So I'm happy and just maintaining now, so. 90% in the kitchen, 10% from the gym is what I always say. Yeah. It was about 30 pounds, yeah. Like 25-ish pounds. 191 was just like the heaviest I was, so. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. Shred. No, I'm starting to, I don't know, I want to do light stuff again, like very light workouts, but I'm still just getting my movements in. That's really about it. Feel good that way. All right, though. Zen, I hope you enjoyed the build. Since January. Not this January, I mean last January. Because 30 pounds in 1 month is not healthy. It's cool. I'm not going to flex, man. There's nothing there. It was since last January. I think I hit my goal, though, like December, November. Yeah, if it was 1 month, that wouldn't have been healthy. I wouldn't gloat about that, because that sounds like an actual health issue. But thanks, though, guys. Appreciate the kind words. All right, so the last thing I want to just mention really quick was I'm going to do some cleaning now. And then I'm going to try to figure out if there's anything else we can do for giveaways, like another big giveaway. It actually might be sooner than I thought it was. So I'll probably figure out that, and I'll let you guys know what the schedule for that is soon-ish, I guess. Maybe we can do that in March as well, on top of doing a TFT tournament or something like that. But I don't know. We'll just give away some more stuff. So, but yeah, thanks for tuning in, everybody. Let's go find someone to raid. I'm gonna go take a few pictures of this board, clean up, and then I'm gonna do a little bit of work, and then I am gonna. Oh, is Marshmallow streaming? And then I'm just gonna go chill for a bit because I am dead tired. Thanks for being here, guys. Appreciate you. Let's go raid Marshmallow. What is she building? Is she done? Oh no, she's just starting. No, think you guys, please. Oh, I forgot there's no copy pasting. I always forget there's no copying and pasting in OBS for some weird reason. Show the board again, please. Little wood accent. Honestly, the mode boards are nice, man. I know a lot of people like to clown on mode for being like the standard these days for people, or the more obvious, not obvious, but the more like easy to recommend choice, but they're fantastic, man. All right, guys, you guys have a good one. Love you guys, and I'll talk to you guys very soon. See you tomorrow for the Neo build. See you guys, all right? Bye, everybody.